Good afternoon, gents. I'm here at Casa Copperpot doing the recce for the end of season bash, getting things all tip top. And I'm just going to bring you the Game Week 2 preview. So let's see who we've got up. First up, we'll have Fragma, Togger's Miracle, Phil Rag versus Dan and the Villains. The Villains, I thought they'd beat Gabe last week, but Gabe had a late comeback, Jenna Jameson, and beat Dan. But I think Dan is not going to be too bad this season, but this is probably going to be battle of bottom spot for these two. Togger reckons Dan's going to steal it, and I think he might as well because his defence might win him this one. He's got Edison and nets. Against Norwich, I can see them getting a clean shit. Chelsea keep clean shits for free. He's got Squirter and Luke Shaw's a good scorer. Taherney, don't think he'll do too good against Chelsea, but the rest of his team is probably going to be decent. He's got John McGinn, who will score well against Newcastle. Everyone does. He's got Macy Mount, who's good. And it's his strike force that's going to let him down. Vardy, Traore, Gray. Vardy might do well because if Newcastle can score 2 against West Ham, then sure as shit, James Vardy's going to. His opposition, Fragma, his strike force is looking bad. He's got Bry up front, so he's going to be crying. He's got Mane against Burnley, who might do well, but then Kelechi and Iacho, at best, he's going to balance off what Vardy's got. His midfield, St. Maximum, he'll be crying, rolling around all the time. Sol Fornals, both of them did that last weekend. Ruby, Van Dijk, Phillips, Alonso, Trent. Nah, this is going to Dan. Dan's going to get the points in that one. Next up, we'll have Scranton Stranglers versus Sane Mani Happy Days. This will be a close encounter, I think, but I don't think Jura drafted too well, whereas I like the look of Gabe's jib. His defence, I think, might be a bit shaky. He'll probably get a clean sheet from his keeper, but Allison will probably get a clean sheet there. Drew has got a good defence, I'll give him that. He's got Ricky Pereira, Ben Chilwell, Keno. They've all got clean sheets in them. Raphael keep clean sheets. Chelsea keep clean sheets. Leicester can keep clean sheets. Whereas he's got leaky. Gabe's got leaky. He's got Regulon. He'll concede. Vestergaard will cancel out Pereira. Kai Havertz and Diddy. Souček in midfield. Burton Traore. That's Tupac's old boy. But let's see where the money's made up top. He's got Mo Salah against Burnley. Che Evans will probably not do too well. If Sterling starts, he'll get points against Norwich. Timo Werner, he's a bit of a loose cannon. This has gone into Gabe. Because Gabe's got a bit of flex on his bench with Stewie Armstrong, Rudiger, Albanyamam. Aye, that is gone to Jura. Third tie, STP versus the Chudley Cannons. Two former starting members. This one's going to be canny close, and Tog, I think it's going to be canny close as well. Lucas Fabianski, he's normally a decent keeper. Don't know how well he scored against Newcastle last week. I conceded 2. This is going to Tupac. Tupac will have this in the bag, I think. Bruno Fernandes against Southampton will lick up the points. Joe Willock should probably start. Although Newcastle get beat, Joe Willock, if he carries on like he started, ended last season, he will be decent. Whereas STP's taken a lot of chances. He's got Jorginho, Grealish and Pulisic. Who knows if any one of those 3 will start? All 3 could, all 3 might not. It's leaving him tight on decisions because he's not going to be binning any of them. His strike force will be decent though. Danny Ings and Mason Greenwood both will start, both will probably score. Wilfred Zaha, sooner he ditches him, the better. And he hasn't got a lot in defence, whereas Tupac made a great signing with Rodrigo. He's going to be getting lots of minutes this season alongside Bamford. Great pick up there. And if Mahrez plays, he's going to be banging loads of points against Norwich. So that's going to STP. Next up we have... Sorry, I've just dropped my laptop. Next up we have... Rag. I've done Rag. That's what she said. Next up we have... Oh, it's Grandad and Grandson. It is Bry versus Rolo. Now, this will be tighter than a nun's fudge. Looking at this, this is going to be a close one as well. If Firpo starts to get starts, which I imagine he will, I think he's going to be a great pickup from Rolo. Shane Duffy had a great week last week, who I think he's picked up this week. And Mings will probably get a clean sheet, or if not, a load of aerials, because Newcastle will just lump them in the box and then he'll just boom, head them away. Bertrand, I picked him up on my draft actually, because he did well in the Charity Shield, but he didn't actually start last week. He had Thomas in, so I don't know if Bertrand plays. He's going to pick up some points. Ben Mee, could be Zinchenko. Is he going to play? Let's have a look at these two midfields. Bry's got good midfield, a good drafting of Rafinha. I think he's going to be great this season. Jadon Sancho, I think, is going to start this weekend. And against Southampton, that'll be great. Tielemans and Gross are steady eddies. With Rolo's got Dele Alli, who will be a mainstay. Harvey Barnes is a great shout. Harrison always does well, even though everyone thinks he's shit. Kovacic, if he plays, he's not going to give you much points. So up top, where the games are won, Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins, if they both start, they will do great against Newcastle. He has Dickey, Ismaila Sarr, who did well. Antonio didn't actually play out well against Newcastle and got a load of points. I think this one's gone into Rolo. I think Rolo's got this in the sack. And then the final tie, Bukaki Jackies versus Piqué and De Bruyne. Plops, I am going to smash your back doors in for no other reason than I want to. Why have I got to play that song so loud? Because I want to. I've got Mendy, great signing. He always gets clean shits. Versus Meslier. Leeds are going to concede a load of goals. So I'm beating you on the keepers. In defence, he's got Cresswell, Diaz, Harry Maguire and Varane. Doubling down on a Man United clean shit is never wise. I've got Matip, Mendy and Coleman. You might edge the defence mainly just because you've got one more defender, but in midfield, I've got Kevin De Bruyne against Norwich. I've got Paul Pogba against Southampton. Lucas Moura, who's playing all pre-season up top, and one of the three, he's against Wolves. And I've got Townsend, who is a Togger machine, as you all know, versus Maddison, Basuma and Dwight McNeil. I have torn that midfield apart. Up top, I've got an embarrassment of riches. I've got Jota against Burnley, Ferran Torres against Norwich, or Lukaku, who will be great. And then if I want some backup, I've got Pepe, who normally actually scores well. I've got Bamford, or I've got Wilson. A lot of penalty takers in there as well. So I've got enough to be back up, and I've only got up against Bobby Firmino. If he plays, it'll probably be him or Jota. Ivan Toney, he's not going to get you many. And Son, who will score well, but it's nothing to be scared of. Plops, I've got ye. Over and out, boys. Over and out.